Good morning. I posted something the other day, an image that I found from an author, Corrie ten Boom, and she was a Dutch woman who helped hide the Jews, many of the Jews that came through her city in their desire to escape the terror and the life-threatening behavior of Hitler and the Nazis during World War II. And she talks about, in this quote, that even though we feel helpless many times in the world in which we live, when we join our sense of helplessness to the absolute unmitigated power of God, of the divine, we are able to shift our realities from feeling helpless to being able to do anything through the love of God and the power of God through us. And it resonated with me so much that I posted it. But I was thinking also further on that quote and thinking, what is it that the saints knew that other holy and wise people in our lives know about living a divine life, a life in tune with the divine, that helps them find an equilibrium in a world that is often so unstable. And it is a close adherence, a listening, a tuning in to what God is doing in our lives that allows us to not be overwhelmed with the world in which we live, but to keep our eyes on this God who is totally animated by love. And it is love in the end that will win, that will conquer the darkness and the evil around us. So this tuning in, and it is not something that is just relegated for the saints. This is something that you and I can do in our lives. Part of it is prayer, setting aside quiet time, stillness, to be able to hear what God is inviting us to. Not just telling us to do, but inviting us to do as partners, as collaborators in a world that needs your light. And God knows it. God's placed that light deep within you. So how to pay attention through prayer and through the day for the action of God in our lives. The whisper of the Spirit is something that will compete with what we hear around us, but won't be screaming in our ears. Listening for a nudge, a gentle push, a reoccurring thought. Do this. What if you did this? What if you responded to this person in this way? Listening to those divine nudges in our heart keeps us aligned with what God is trying to do in the world. That's how we shine our light, is by allowing ourselves to be nudged in certain directions. Is there a person that needs your attention or just a message today? Is there a situation that you could put to rest just by a kind word? Is there a altercation that's taken place in your life that requires forgiveness and peace? How do we do these things? We step beyond those limits and borders that we place in our own lives. Sometimes we draw a line and we say, I'm not going past that. But Spirit knows no lines, knows no boundaries, and invites us then to something, to consider something that our human nature would not. Spirit invites us then to say, can you walk beyond this line that you've placed for yourself in the sand? Something that you wouldn't do otherwise, just on your own. But through the nudge of God, can offer forgiveness, can reach out to someone who is lonely, can step into a situation and be that peaceful presence. Try today to respond to those nudges, those quiet whispers, those reoccurring thoughts. Know that you are aligning your spirit with the Spirit of God, carrying your light into the world. And anything is possible when we join with the divine.